Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. I-70 traffic this Friday through Sunday was mellow for a summer weekend, 123,000 vehicles at the Eisenhower Tunnel. That's down 8.5% from last weekend, down 20% from the same weekend last year, which was the busiest 3 days of summer 2020. So far this month, just under 300,000 vehicles have traveled I-70 through Summit, weekends only, trailing last August by 11,000 vehicles. July was the busiest full month of 2020 so far, at more than 640,000 vehicles, 27% busier than February, the busiest of winter, 18% busier than June. I-70 at Glenwood Canyon reopened Saturday, 2 weeks after it closed and weeks before expected. And Denver media was putting CDOT through the ringer over a brief, misleading report of mudslides on Independence Pass when the canyon was closed.
With all due respect, Shoshana, telling the public or GPS apps and tweeting out that there's a mudslide when there really isn't a mudslide is false reporting.
CDOT Director Shoshana Liu responds.
Given what's been going on over the last 2 weeks, there's a lot of real-time information. It's not the first time that in a scenario where things are changing very rapidly, there's a moment of confusion. You know, it got corrected, and CDOT's posture is that the road is open and that the road needs to be listed as open when it's open.
Alternate routes of every size have caused headaches. Rollovers on Independence and Cottonwood passes, enormous backups through Kremling and Steamboat, and that drama with a Greyhound bus, 22 miles up a remote dirt road. CDOT still has weeks of repairs to make in Glenwood Canyon before all lanes reopen. Traffic is down to one lane for about 1 mile. Expect staggered full road closures now through October, mostly at night. A small wildfire erupted east of Heeney this past Saturday on Forest Service land. It was quickly contained and quenched by firefighters. A small crew was on site today for mop-up. No structures were damaged and no people evacuated. It was likely sparked by lightning. The Colorado Climate Center shows July was wetter than average in the central and southern mountains, drier on the northeastern plains, and the 11th warmest on record statewide. Grand Junction set a record high of 107 degrees July 9th, and average minimum temp across the entire western slope was the warmest it's been in 127 years. Climax Mine was Colorado's coldest location, 32 degrees on July 17th, and tiny Watkins east of Aurora got the most rain, 3.7 inches July 2nd. Brecktoberfest is back in Breckenridge this September, but not on Main Street. Austin Deneen with Breckenridge Tourism Office.
It's not the street party like years before. And Brecktoberfest is going to be a ticketed event that will happen at the Riverwalk Center.
Brecktoberfest returns September 24th to 26th with music, food, and beer at the Riverwalk. Entry is $50 and includes a Stein with beer tokens. Get yours at gobreck.com. Oktoberfest in Keystone is outside as usual at River Run Village, September 4th, the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Cost is $35 for a Stein and tokens. Get details at keystonefestivals.com. A heads up to all you boaters. Trough Road is closed tomorrow from 8 a.m. to noon. That's the route from Highway 9 to Pump House Launch Ramp, Rancho del Rio, and more. Again, Trough Road is closed tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. from Highway 9 to Rancho. Town of Frisco gets going on road work this week, prepping for winter with milling, paving, and sealing. Milling starts this Thursday on Hahn Drive. Sealing starts Thursday on roads across the town. Expect closures up to 6 hours. All work should be finished by Saturday. In sports, the Rockies open a series with the Padres tonight at 6:40. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, Saturday was Run the Rockies Trail 10K and half marathon on Frisco Peninsula, where Tyler Johnson of Dillon won the men's and overall 10K. Jessica Hoover of Dillon took the women's 10K. Half marathon title went to Lee Scott. Laura Portis won the women's race. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.